Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me his truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, I'm the brother Yasharan, and this is a video about Esau and the methods of his madness. Okay, because right now we're starting to enter what a lot of circles may say is the belly of the beast, right? You have all these things going on around the world, wars and rumors of wars, right? You have passports and all kinds of things, okay? And you have a changing of the financial system, you have inflation and all that, okay? It's all being done up top from the Most High, okay? But here on the planet Earth, this is Esau's kingdom, okay? And he's trying to establish what's known as a new world order, okay? And it's on your dollar bill. It says Novus Ordo Seclorum, okay? And here it is. You got YouTube that'll say that that's a conspiracy theory and say it's fake news or whatever, and take your videos down. When it's written on your dollar bill, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which means new order of the age, of the ages. Okay? But, you know, we're seeing all the things, okay? Now, if you remember a couple years ago, that guy, Klaus Schwab, right? Nobody knew who the hell he was a couple years ago until the pandemic started, right? Nobody knew who the fuck this guy was. And all of a sudden, he's in charge of the World Economic Forum, and he's telling everybody what's going to happen, man. You know, I mean, this devil is coming out and telling you what the hell he's going to do. He's been talking about famines coming. He was talking about how people are going to have to eat worm burgers. Okay, how they're going to own nothing and be happy. And he's talking about passports, you know, those kinds of passports. And one of the things that he's been harping on the last year or so has been cyber attacks. Okay, it's been cyber attacks. These are all methods to Esau's madness. Okay? Esau knows that he's got to weaken Russia, right? Because Russia is like the anti-New World Order. If you look up into the history, okay, the Rothschilds have always had it out for Russia. The Rothschilds are banned from doing business in Russia, and they have been for quite a while. Okay, this wasn't just something that came to pass with the invasion of Ukraine. Okay? Now, it was the Rothschilds that took all the Russians' gold. Okay? They took all the Russians' gold, man, and they funded a communist revolution over there, which left Russia broke and powerless. Because at one time, Russia used to be one of the richest countries in the world. They had absolutely massive amounts of gold reserves. Okay, but they don't have that anymore. I mean, they do have pretty decent-sized gold reserves, but they know that they have to weaken Russia, and in doing so, they get a chance. See, because these devils, they like to kill two birds with one stone. They get to weaken Russia, right, which strengthens their New World Order, and they get to weaken the U.S. dollar. Okay? They get to weaken the U.S. dollar by doing that. Because if the United States kicks Russia out of the SWIFT system, there's a good chance that Russia and China will build their own financial system. Which is why Biden is hesitant. Okay, because he knows what's going to happen if he kicks them out of the SWIFT system, man. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, gas will go up even more. It's a lot deeper than that, man. All right? The whole value of your currency will plummet when that happens. Okay, especially if they're hasty with setting up a new system. Okay? But these elites behind the scenes, they're setting up a new system. Okay? Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Okay? So these devils, they're constantly thinking of ways to oppress us, constantly thinking of ways to further their New World Order. And they're constantly thinking of what? Experiments. They're testing out their systems. Klaus Schwab, who I keep mentioning, has stated that their current systems cannot support their vision of a global society. So they need to do what's known as a great reset, okay? They are going to reset every way of life. They're going to reset every aspect of the way of life. And it's going to be centered around what? The MOTB, those chips. Okay? They got the 5 grapefruit stations everywhere. Okay? They got people worshiping technology. You know? So it'll be easy for them to pull it off. Especially if this inflation continues, man. It's called pressure from above, pressure from below. Okay? They create the pressure from above to get the response that they want from people, and the people beg for the solution. And the solution gives the elites more power all the time and more control. Okay? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Just like the scriptures say, that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? They're practicing that power that they were given, man. That control that they were given. That rulership that they were given. And they know that hey, the devil comes down showing great wrath because what? He knoweth that he have but a short time. And that's why things are accelerating. The more things accelerate, the more chaotic it gets, and the more they get to test these systems. Don't think that just because these mandates went away and the idea for these passports kind of got swept under the rug that they're not coming back. Okay? They were testing systems out, man. That's really what it was. They're testing their new systems out. Okay? Or at least making blueprints for their new systems. A lot of what these devils do is research-based. They had all these guys talking about, Klaus Schwab talking about cyber attacks ruining the way of life. Okay? So what happens? The banks start beefing up their cybersecurity, man. It's almost like they're getting ready for the New World Order because they're going to make sure that everything is secure in the New World Order so that there's no hackers or anything. Okay? Disrupting their systems, man. Okay? That's why they're trying to not just create more security for their institutions, but also create an excuse to redevelop the internet because they'll say it's not secure. Okay? So they killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And everything is I wouldn't say an experiment, an exercise, okay? And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay? And that's what they do. They oppress mainly our people. That's the target of their oppression, their oppressive nature. Okay? This is Psalm. I'm ranting too much, but hey, you know, it's information. You know, because it's really what Esau trusts in is their wickedness, man. And it's up to us to bring that wickedness to light, okay, for the hopeful elect. All right? Because we're at war with principalities and with powers, okay? And with in fact, let me get it. It's on the scripture list anyway in my head. I was going to bring it out last, but Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the word wiles there means what? The trickery or deception. Because that's what they're coming with. They're coming with trickery and deception. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? Like all these people think with this carnal shit, all these guys with their chicken coops and their gas masks and their bug out bags. Okay? Most of them are Edomites anyways. Those doomsday preppers, man. They don't have no faith. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Okay? And that's who's running this world, right? The rulers of darkness. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? None of us have been into a Bilderberg meeting. None of us have been to a Club of Rome meeting. Or a Club of 300 meeting. Okay? We've never even been behind closed doors to a what do they call it? The WEF or World Economic Forum meeting. Okay? And all this stuff going on with Russia is really just an exercise. Because they know that when they get their New World Order established, okay, there might be some countries that may decide in the future, all right, that they're gonna overthrow these elites. Well, Russia is an example of that, right? Russia is an example of that. They have the strong military, they have the nukes, they have the oil. Okay? And it's basically an exercise where all these countries are getting together that support the New World Order, and they're going to try and block Russia out. Okay? To bring up any rebellion against the New World Order. And that exercise can also work if they establish it, man. Let's say somebody gets into power from some nation, right? And they decide to go and research a bunch of nuclear weapons and build up a new world order. And they're going to say, you know what? I'm tired of living under this New World Order. Tired of my people living under this New World Order. I'm going to come against these Rothschild devils. All right? The whole world can get together and shut them out. Okay? You see how everything is there's always two sides to the coin, man. Because these are devils, like we read in Micah 2. They devise iniquity, and they work at it on their beds, man. Okay? They're not just thinking about what to do. They don't just come up with a solution for something. No, they're thinking of every possible avenue, every possible plan that they can come up with. What if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? What if this comes up? What if that comes up? Okay? That's how these devils think, man. All right? They're experts with their craftiness, man. Let's get this in Psalm. Oops. Psalm 52 and 7. Lo, this is the man that made not Yahweh his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches, which is what Esau's doing. That's what he's doing, man. He's shutting Russia out by using his riches. He's putting sanctions on them. He's blocking them out of all these different systems. Okay? Trusting in the abundance of his system, of his riches, which is what? Backed up by these systems that he has in place. Okay? Here it is, America has been invading all these different countries and using weapons that they shouldn't have been using. But when Russia does it, it's a big deal. Okay? And strengthen himself in his wickedness. Okay? He strengthened himself in his wickedness. That's what these devils do. They strengthen themselves in their wickedness. Okay? They create even more and more wickedness to further establish their throne here on the planet Earth. Okay? What do you think all these trends on social media are, man? Okay, it's just them putting spells on you, getting you distracted. Okay? A lot of these stupid dances and hand signs and little challenges that you see online, a lot of them are have ancient pagan roots, man. Ancient Babylonian, ancient Egyptian roots. Okay? And the people, they don't understand that, man. Because you got to understand wickedness, man. You got to understand these devils. Okay? Like the whole getting the test for the icky vicky, right? You get that test, that's an ancient torture tactic. Okay, to make you docile, to penetrate the blood brain barrier. Okay? Let me get this in Psalm 58. Psalm 58. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Because the wicked, they don't judge uprightly. Okay? Rules for thee, but not for me. Okay, that's what they've been doing, man. Here it is. NATO countries and EU countries in America could do whatever the hell they want on the world stage. Okay? They're hypocrites. They're hypocritical nations. Yea, and heart, which is what your mind, ye work wickedness. And that's what they trust upon to keep their power, man. Esau has enough money to where he can really heal the world if he wants. Okay? If he has the ability to be so destructive, okay, why couldn't he do it the other way? Well, really, he can't do it the other way because he was made to be a destructive force, man. He was made to be the wicked. Okay? The Lord didn't put that kind of spirit in him. Yea, and heart, ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Okay, because it's all it is. He's a man. His garment is covered in blood. Okay, the wicked are estranged from the womb, and he knows that this whole situation is going to open up what they call the Pandora's box, man. He knows that he's getting ready. Hey, he's getting ready to reduce that population, man. He's got that supply chain already about to fail. How much more so if multiple major powers get involved in global conflicts, man? It'll be easy to usher in that chip then, man. Once the economy crashes, you know? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. When's the last time you seen one of these elites, even sub-elites, or sub-elites, on camera or on the media or whatever, telling the truth? Everything's a big fucking lie, man. Everything that they do and say is a big lie. I mean, just look at the Victoria. Okay, just look at the Victoria, right? The narrative wasn't working. It wasn't working, so they found a way to quietly sweep it under the rug. And now this Russia-Ukraine situation, they got a new boogeyman. You notice they're moving right on from it, man. President Biden had a State of the Union, his State of the Union address a couple days ago. He didn't even really mention COVID, man. He didn't even mention it. It's because they're getting ready to move on. Okay, they need the economy to get back on track for the war effort. Okay, for the war effort. But all these is just, like I was saying, experiments and exercises. Okay, because they're going to uh, rebuild everything from the ground up for their NWO, man. Okay? And all these people are being sucked in with their lies and believing that shit. They're going right in for it. I can't even believe people use the term conspiracy theorist anymore. You're looking stupid. Okay? Maybe 10 years ago, you weren't looking that stupid, but now you are. Now you are looking stupid. Proverbs 21 and 12, and I'm probably going to wrap it up after this one. I got to get going. The righteous man, Proverbs 21 and 12. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. Okay? So you got guys out there, they'll say that we're focusing too much on conspiracy theories and things in the news and all that. But the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. Okay? You're supposed to know your enemy. You're supposed to study these devils, man. Okay? If you... Now, I'm not telling brothers to go all gung-ho on left-hand knowledge, because you shouldn't. But, having a little bit of knowledge of their rituals, certain numerical dates, numerology, okay? Understanding some of their Juridic witch days, okay? Their satanic holidays that they try to pass off on the public as actual holidays, okay? Just understanding what? The methods of their madness. But Yahweh overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to do it right when they're eating. In fact, I'm going to finish off with this scripture. Oops. This whole chapter is good, man. I was reading it the other night. Job 20, and we'll start at 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Okay, meaning what? Right when he's really close to accomplishing his goal of his New World Order, he's going to be in straits. Okay, because that's when it's going to be closest to it being cut off. I know you've been hearing nuclear war in the news, but that's what's going to cut it off. Is nuclear war. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. Okay? Which is what? The MOTB. Because when people get that MOTB, man, they're basically making an oath to this devil. They're basically giving their allegiance to this devil. And that's what he wants. And that's going to be him filling his belly. Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. By way of what? The nuclear missiles, man. And it talks about that in the 25th verse. About the glittering sword. Okay? But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone for taught me this truth. And a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. So next time, Shalom.